To be a good writer, to be an effective writer, to succeed in writing, in my opinion, you need to do 5 things. The first is to write quality stuff. No editor or agent or publisher is going to give many people second chances after seeing poor work. Editors, as we know, are overwhelmed, underpaid, and they have huge slush piles, even those at the smallest places, and they see lots of poor writing. The one thing they die to see is good writing, and when they see it, they reward it. You must act professionally at all times. Writing has a certain perception, and unfortunately, in my view, many writers serve to inadvertently perpetuate this perception instead of acting the way they should in defense of writing and on behalf of writing, which is that it is a noble profession, it is necessary, it is essential. We have to tell each other stories. We want to communicate well. We need to hear from each other, and we need to record our existence together. In order to make those things happen, we need to treat it seriously and represent ourselves professionally, and others will respond in kind. As we said, we need to be proactive. We never must sit back. Even when we achieve a degree of success, we must not sit on our laurels and just enjoy it. The next thing we know, it will be gone, or another writer will be knocking out the door. We must always do our homework and our research. If the one thing editors don't like the most is poor writing, certainly the thing they dislike the next most is writing that comes in that is not appropriate or relevant to what they are doing. And God knows they see it enough. And finally, the bane of most writers' existence, and maybe the thorn in the side of all creative people who work in a field that is by its nature solitary, marketing yourself. I talk about all these topics in other webinars and tutorials, so for those of you who have participated in them or taken part in them, thank you. And for those of you who haven't, 4 out of the 5 of these are certainly available in the F&W Writer's Digest library. I encourage you to have a look at them. But what we're going to talk about now is this middle one, being proactive. Let's think about what it means in the first place before we put it in the context of writing, so we know exactly what page we're on, pun intended. Proactive, creating or controlling a situation by causing something to happen rather than responding to it after it has happened. So let's pick a few words out of the definition and then try to apply it to this world that we're talking about. The 3 C words in the definition: creating, controlling, causing. All of these things talk about initiation, starting things, commencing things, making them happen rather than having them happen to you or reacting to them after they have happened. It's our choice to create, cause, or control most of the things we do in our writing life. Certainly, we choose to create things when we want. No one can do it for us. You've heard it a million times and you know it's true, yet sometimes we still struggle with it. However, just like Snoopy and his amazing focus and dedication, it is up to us to create words and stories and manuscripts and communications frameworks and nonfiction historical works and all manner of writing. It's up to us. It's also up to us to cause things to happen by taking those things that we create and then sending them out there and getting them in front of other people. We can have that manuscript sitting in a drawer literally forever, or we can put it out into the ether and take the slings and arrows that come with it. And we can control, well, some things, certainly not all of the things. These 2 people are controlling perhaps a rejection letter from having sent out that manuscript in different ways. This is one of the things we control, and certainly it applies to being proactive. If we think of a proactive writer as a writer who saves time by doing things ahead of time, by doing things efficiently, by being organized, by knowing what he or she is going after, by putting plans in place to do that, by reacting in planned, composed ways and moving forward all the time, then I think we have a good definition of how we can apply it to this world.